Hi, Johhnie here from Artistic Nomads. And this is my pile of cookbooks. And I also have books on food and about food and food memoirs. This is the pile I'm giving away, and this is the pile I'm keeping for now. And this is all the stuff I found inside the books when I was sorting them. Some of these books I've had for a really, really long time, and they're rare and hard to find. Like I have the Pantry Gourmet, I have the Whole Chili Pepper Cookbook, I have the Borders Cookbook, and these are books that I researched and found out that we can't find anywhere.
The vegetarian.
This is the big one, the Vegetarian Bible right here. The Vegetarian Cookbook is huge. I actually found it on sale one time at like Borders, but it's irreplaceable, and I do use this a bit. So the categories, the criteria I used for sorting was, is it vegan? Does it have vegan recipes? Mainly. Is it something that I will continue to reference while on the road, knowing that I can find almost any of this information online? And how much am I still attached to it? That seemed to be the issue. So a couple of them I'm going to be ready to let go of at some point, but not right now. This is a pretty overwhelming stack of books to get rid of. A couple of them are vegan, but they're books that I don't find myself wanting anymore or feeling called to. A couple of them are memoirs. These are books I'm going to pass on to somebody else because they're memoirs and they're special books. But some of them are just kind of like generic. Also, some of the books, our housemate will come home with books every once in a while and say, "Here, let me give you this." And one of those was this spices book. And most of the time I'm like, "Oh, really?" But this has got some really good spice blends in it, and it also has information about the spices, which is good. I love information about spices. I write about them on my blog. I am the Kitchen Shaman, and you can go to my website, kitchenshaman.com, and find my recipes and my writings about food.
Demery off camera here because I am not involved in the cooking most of the time. There were a few cookbooks that I had before we got together that were vegetarian, that were
Right.
that I did maybe one or two recipes out of, and since Johhnie is so much better at creating and adapting recipes, he maybe looked at them once or twice to see what sort of stuff I was interested in, but he concocted recipes on his own and found better recipes, and then became fully vegan, so vegetarian. There's too much cheese, there's too many eggs.
There's eggs, cheese, milk,
Honey.
honey in a lot of the recipes in some of these books, which is why we're not going to keep them. And thank you for reminding me. The other thing is that I've worked in the culinary industry for many years, and I was taught by some really good chefs about how to build flavor profiles, how to cook, the process. So any one of these books I could pick up and read and go, "Oh, okay, yeah, of course," and I can get the flavor profile, duplicate the cooking process and the plating process. So I don't really need cookbooks myself. And if I want to figure something out, I can go look it up online and get a recipe or get some information and go from there. You know, there's YouTube videos, there's all sorts of stuff, all sorts of ways. Back in the day, the reason I started my blog was back in the day, 2002, 2003, the food blogging community hadn't quite yet been born. You could find recipes, mainly heavily meat-based recipes, but the vegan and vegetarian recipes weren't quite as accessible yet. So I started the Kitchen Shaman because I was like, where are the recipes? And I started making vegan recipes at work and vegetarian recipes at work. And so I started writing down that, and it was brought to my attention that there should be a place to, a repository for these recipes of yours. And so I did that. The other thing I need to talk about is I have binders of recipes, both handwritten and printed out. And I need to go through those binders. I need to consolidate them, go through them, and I need to make sure I have all of those recipes saved in a file somewhere, or that I can go find them again, and then get rid of the binders, because I don't need to be lugging around these big, huge, thick binders when we're driving around on the road. I just need to be able to, like, send them to a printer and print them out if I need to, or just pull them up on my phone. So I as somebody who's writing e-cookbooks, I don't want to say that the cookbook is obsolete. There's new cookbooks coming out every day. The list of vegan cookbooks that are accessible to you is amazing right now. There's like thousands and thousands of cookbooks for vegans available right now, and more getting published every day. So they aren't obsolete, but I only have so much room in an RV for cooking, and I have access to all sorts of information online if I need it. And I can also order an ebook, an e-cookbook, if I need to find something out, or if there's a particular author doing something really interesting that I enjoy, I'll get that book. This is a recipe box that Dee Marie came with. And it's got some old recipes. This is the old filing system before you could go online, and before this was the original app. You could actually order a system of recipes, and it would come in this box like this. Kind of like you get those food boxes now, and they have the little recipes.
They were Recipe of the Month Club. They would send you like a box and the dividers and a few recipes one month, and then every month you'd get a new packet of recipes to add in. But this was just recipes from magazines. And
yeah, this is the random thing, because I think we got rid of the other box we had a long time ago, because you had one that still had chicken in it and stuff.
Yeah.
This is a tofu salad recipe from a long time ago.
From a co-op in Lawrence.
From the co-op in Lawrence. From Tofu Cookery by Louise Hagler. We're going to have to look that up. This is the first tofu salad recipe, not ever, but I'm sure. And then on the back is a tofu salad dressing, because if you're going to make the salad, you got to have the dressing. All right. Well, that's the cookbook sort. And I'm pretty proud of myself. I know people who have hundreds of cookbooks. I am not one of them. I always ask people, and I learn from other people, and I write shit down. Wow. Keep, go. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can get more of our sorting books videos. We're doing this in stages. And you can also get more of our sorting videos. We have entertainment, electronics, low-hanging fruit, clothing. And also we do summary videos from all of our big sorts. And then I make these weird, odd little other videos that you can catch, and you can keep an eye on when those get posted up. So subscribe to the channel, go follow us at Artistic Nomads, and check our website out at artisticnomads.com/radically reducing. And that's where we're documenting this process and talking about it, and giving you tips and other ideas about how to radically reduce your life. Come along on the journey with us. Tell us your stories. Tell us what you got rid of this week.
We recently sorted through all of our books, which was a much bigger project than we anticipated.
It was so large that we broke it down into 3 separate sorts. We started by reducing our general library of fiction, nonfiction, reference, and children's books. Then we tackled the cookbooks, and finally, sexuality and erotic titles.